What is up, guys? We're back in some HNG, and this is my bolt action Springfield M1903 rifle. Now, I've got multiple videos on this one, and I've had some previous guides about how to set it up for a one-hit kill, and it's pretty much stayed the same. Nothing has pretty much changed. I think I went through and showed you guys what all I use on it, but you know what? I'll go through again and show everyone what I use and how I have it set up typically, and then also I'll show you what I like to use alongside of the Springfield, and it's just going to be beneficial for you. So let's get right into it. For bullets, I'm using the Match M72s. I stray away from the Birdie Clays on this gun because it is far too inaccurate. You can see this orange oval here, or circle here. That's not an oval, that's a circle. You can see how wide that gets, and that's basically your grouping pattern of your bullets. So that's going to increase as opposed to here. That shrunk tremendously, and we're going to be doing 100 damage, a little over 250 meters, so that's plenty enough damage for me. For our sights, I switch in between the match sights, which give us increased accuracy, and of course my two different scopes. Just whichever one gets damaged, I'll switch between the two. This is completely a preference, but however, a scope's obviously going to be easier. For the trigger, I use the hair trigger. It's kind of like the medium of the three. So this one's going to give you an increase in rounds per minute, your rate of fire, but it's also going to give you a decrease in stability. So I would go with this one and sacrifice a few rounds per minute just to not be able to lose some accuracy. So we'll keep our gripping pattern tighter and our accuracy better. For our spring, I'm using the heavy bolt. This is a key factor in this one-hit kill rifle, and you'll see that later on in the video. So without the heavy bolt, we're looking at 75 damage to 200, we'll say 270, 300 meters, roughly right there. With this heavy bolt, we're looking at 100. So you can see the tremendous difference from 75 to 100. The Scout 2 is also going to do the same exact thing. If we take that off, that's going to bump it up there. So they all have an effect on the damage. Granted, you're not going to be as accurate up to longer ranges, but you're still going to get those one-hit kills very often. And as far as skins, later on in this video, you'll see me using it with numerous different skins. I've got the Army Green, the Pepperwood. They really allotted a lot more skins for the M1903, and that's completely preference, up to you. So alongside the Springfield, I would like to take my 1911, and this isn't really a video revolving around the 1911, but I'll show you how I have this set up. And this gun is set up currently for maximum RPM. You can see here it has a rate of fire of 553 rounds per minute. I'm using the United Defense Rangers, which give us a decrease in damage, but at that rate of fire, it's pretty ridiculous. So we're using the match sights, which are a little bit better than the field adjusted sights. I'm using the match trigger. That's going to be the one that's going to give you the maximum rounds per minute. Using the light pistol spring, that's going to also be the one that's going to give you the maximum rounds per minute, the quickest firing rate. And I'm using the chrome line barrel, which is, in my opinion, better, because you can see here, that's us in the orange, so that's damage over range. And if we go to this one, you can see that it drops. So obviously the chrome line is better. Unfortunately, there's no sights, or excuse me, there's no paint jobs for the 1911, but you know what? It's a beauty, just the way it is. So I'm going to take a few extra rounds, but this gun comes in handy if I'm getting rushed while using the Springfield, because it only loads 5 round stripper clip, and you're going to shoot that out pretty quickly, and you're going to have your trusty sidearm to back you up. But I'll usually tag along some grenades, anti-personnel mines if I'm camping up in a building, or some sticky grenades to deal with some tanks. As far as combat badges go, I typically would use something like Deadeye, which is going to be faster contraction on the crosshair. Its description reads, getting used to your weapon's sight and training regularly lets you establish a sight picture a bit faster. So basically you're going to be raising your sights faster, and this is 50% reduction on the contraction. So it helps a lot in close quarter combat situations. Also fast reload, this is another one I use because you're going to be reloading often with only 5 round bullets. So typically between the two, I'd usually use fast reload. But let's get in game and let's show you guys some more action on this Springfield. I've got some other videos like I said, but it's always worth watching. But gonna be playing on Encounter, and the reason being for all these showcases is Encounter is the smallest map, and I don't have to run 10 minutes to find one person. So let's do this.
I've been waiting on the wind to change direction. It's been such a very long time since I've been able to make a decision. It won't waste my time, so I went out searching for freedom. Oh, and I went out searching for truth, but what I found was not what I expected, 'cause all those things, they lie inside of you. But oh, don't you fall into that pit of loneliness, 'cause I've been there before, and I did not get no rest. Well, I see you've been waiting on something to come and brighten your day, yeah. Well, I'm here now to tell you that you've got to let go that way. Once it's gone, you'll feel so free now. You'll never ever look back again. Just like a bird flying through the trees, long path to guide where the hell you put your feet. Now don't you fall into that pit of loneliness, 'cause I've been there before, and I did not get no rest, and I did not get no rest, and I did not get no rest.
Retreat! 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 No! No! There's too many of them.